Are all having a wonderful Saturday day. I know I am. Me and Rocky are. As you can see, my little co-host Rocky is right there beside me. Oh my. What the hell? Okay, that was so strange. It like started glitching. So, happy Saturday, you guys. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday day. Me and my co-host Rocky and Paco, we're all having a wonderful day. It is a little hot here in Arkansas still. We are excited for a new month, September, to come so we can actually get cold down here in the south. Y'all know how it is though. The reason why I came on live today was just to, come on and say hi. You want to say hi to everybody, Rocky? Come here. Come here, babies. Just to say hi and, I was just thinking, hey, about everything that I've been seeing going on here in these YouTube streets in the last couple days. And I was just thinking about how ironic everything is. Isn't it ironic, don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride when you already paid. It's a good advice that you just didn't take. And who would have thought it figures when you go to places that you shouldn't be? Bad things might happen to you. You might end up in a psych ward having homicidal thoughts and a kidney infection. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Oh my God. So, I got dragged to filth all over these YouTube streets for protecting my recovery, for just making a blanket statement saying, I don't think it would be a good place for me to go as a person trying to, remain sober. And look at all the stuff that's coming out in the last couple of days. And what I haven't noticed is I haven't noticed any of you guys coming over here and apologizing to me. Okay? Because first of all, the only thing I talked about was myself and what I needed to do, which was protect my recovery. Okay? And you all tried to drag me to filth. A lot of you guys did. Saying that I was talking about my friend, saying this, that, and the third. And then you are literally homeless in the streets of Chicago. Like, that is it's so sad, honestly. It is so sad. But I was wrong for stating that I couldn't go somewhere and be safe in my sobriety. And now y'all are all coming onto the internet and sharing how that's exactly what happened. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep on being my authentic, true self, telling it like it is. I don't have no reason to lie. I'm going to keep on sharing what works best for me and how I take care of myself and doing that. And so I just think that it's very, very, it's just, look what happened. Look what happened. Your kidneys messing up is from dehydration. It could be from those substances, and this is why y'all were barking. This is why you were so mad that I said said that, because that's exactly what you were doing. That's why you were so upset that I had said something about my own recovery, because that's exactly what you ended up doing. And then you put yourself in a bad position, and now you're in even a worse position than when you got there. I don't wish nothing bad like that to happen to anyone. I don't want to see somebody living on the streets, having nowhere where to go. But at what point do you not like take some responsibility and start making changes in your life? Get a job. I'm sure there's so many places that are surrounding where you're at that would love to help you. That would say, hey, we see you here all the time. We'll give you a part-time position stocking the shelves. And then you could get yourself on your feet and get yourself your own place. So that way you wouldn't have to depend on other people. You know? So anyways, y'all know I've been sitting here. Okay, I have been sitting here, and it has taken everything in my power to not just come on here and I mean, like, at the end of the day, I'm always going to say what I think is the best thing to do, right? And from the beginning of this whole situation, you shouldn't go somewhere that could potentially threaten your current living situation, your health, your mental health, your recovery. Okay, like, and if you're not in recovery, I understand that. But if you don't have a place to live and you are struggling with mental illness and this is what happens. This is when it happens, okay, when you put yourself in those bad positions. You know, and yeah, I mean, I was trying to figure out, like, why this person was, like, so upset that I said something about my own recovery, about protecting myself. And then seeing what has came out and the own words out of their own mouth, them saying that they were using while they were there. And then they ended up, you know, having to go into the psych ward, which, like, that is like, and having a kidney infection or kidney stone or failure. I don't know what happened, but, like, that's all can be a direct result of taking in those type of substances, you know? And so, yeah. Anyways, I'm just going to be over here, like, doing the right thing and continually to say the truth. You know, the truth is, all three of you guys had no business doing what y'all were doing, and y'all all could have ended up in a really bad place. Because, you know, we've all heard what has come out, what happened between so-and-so and so-and-so, and they all talked about it themselves. These are all things that they've said online themselves. You know what I mean? So, it just makes me sad, because you don't have to keep on, like, putting yourself in a bad position. You know what I mean? And so it just makes me sad whenever I know that, you know, like, somebody could do better for themselves. And it just, like, if you watch, it's just like a repeated pattern over and over and over again. Like, they don't want to do better, you know? And so, anyway. Hey, Amanda, how you doing, girl? Hey, Megan. Hey, MT. Hey, Pixie. So, me talking about, you know, not feeling comfortable going somewhere because I don't think it would be good for my recovery somehow got twisted into me saying things about other people, which never happened. It never happened. But now now these people are coming online and saying, well, come to find out, you know, and it's just like, yeah. But I'm like the most terrible person in the world for saying that I wouldn't be able to be safe there. It would not be a good place for me. But I'm wrong for doing that. I just think it's like, it's really just funny to me how I just didn't, I was like, why is this person so upset about me saying something about myself? Well, you know, they say about, what they say about it, they say the guilty conscience or um, whatever, you know. I don't know how to do a backflip. Look at Rocky, you guys. So anyway, I just had to say that on here. You know, oh my God, y'all, are y'all seeing this right now? Do y'all see this?
What did I do?
Oh my God. They're so close to each other. They never get that close to each other, you know. You guys remember the other day when I was doing I don't know if I was doing a get ready with me or what, but they were in the bed. That I have a little dog bed beside my bed on the ground, and they don't cuddle at all. Like Paco is always growling at Rocky, and so they were like really close together in the little dog bed. Um, it's nothing but from here, honestly, we need to hold each other accountable. We need to hold you to each other high instead of throwing each other down. But we know the people that throw us down. Yeah, and that's why I choose to protect myself. Like, y'all, if you haven't noticed, like, I'm really just trying to focus on making content about my recovery journey, making content about sharing other people's recovery journeys. And like I said, I don't want to see anyone not having a place to live, okay? Like, honestly, it gives me anxiety just thinking about it, not having a bed to lay down in at night. Can you imagine what it's like? Like, really, let's all think about this. Can you imagine what it is like trying to sleep on a train when people that are or on a sidewalk or underneath a bench, a park bench somewhere? Like, can you imagine? And then there's other people walking around you all night who are also in that same situation, and a lot of them are not mentally in their right minds, and so it can get really dangerous. People can attack you. You can get hurt out there. Like, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And so that's why I'm just like, I'm dumbfounded at this point. Like, when does it become enough to where you want to make a difference in your life? When does it become where you actually don't want to, like, I guess I just like, I guess I'm not understanding. Like, if I had gotten to I've been where I didn't have a place to live, right? And I did everything in my power to get myself out of that situation ASAP. You know what I mean? Like, whether that meant working part-time jobs, whether that meant having my full-time job, a part-time job. I remember at one point my car got impounded, and so I couldn't sleep in my car anymore. And so I was like frantically searching and searching for somebody that I could live with that would get me back and forth to my job, so I wouldn't lose my job, so I could keep a roof over my head. And I remember this guy, he was a friend of mine from a Cocaine Anonymous meeting. And he came into my job at Kroger, and he was talking about how him and his girlfriend were looking for a roommate. This is years and years ago, like 2011, 12 or something like that. And he was like, me and my girlfriend are looking for a roommate. And I was like, listen, I don't have a car. I will pay you guys to sleep on your couch, $400 a month, if you promise you'll get me back and forth to my job. And they did. And that's how I was able to make sure I kept a roof over my head. I just know the anxiety and the uncomfortability that it comes with being unhoused. It is such a stressful situation. Like I said, I wouldn't wish it on nobody. You know? So, yeah. Am I Indian or Native American? My mom is Mexican and my dad is Italian, but I actually did my, what's it called? Ancestry DNA, and I have Inuit Native American in me, and then I have Middle Eastern 12%. Ooh, my nose. And then I have Osh. I can't. All right, I don't know how to pronounce it. Something. 2 different types of Jewish in me. Greek. Southern Italian is what it said on the thingy. And then a lot of, like, most of my blood, like 45% of it is Mexican. But it's called something else on that DNA thing. Oh, MT, what happened? Y'all broke up? I want to tell y'all something. So y'all know I've been struggling at this plateau with my weight loss, right? And there has been somebody, I don't know who they are. Their name's Cardo on their, it says Cardo on their username with a K. And this person has commented so many times on my videos, like encouraging me and saying things like, Nicole, you lost 70 pounds in less than a year. Like, do you not realize that that's such an accomplishment? And it's just such a great feeling. It's like so nice to hear somebody trying to encourage me instead of trying to like tear me down, you know? So whoever that person is, I don't know who you are. I don't know if that's like a real name or a fake name, but like every time I see your comments on my weight loss journey videos, like it means so much to me because yeah, I have been struggling, stuck. And so I had ordered the walking pad. It should be here any day now for me to walk on the little treadmill thingy inside so I can get my 10,000 steps in a day watching my shows on TV, you know? But like, it just means a lot to me because a lot of the times when I'm going through my comments, you know, I just see a lot of really like judgy comments and stuff like that. And I get it. Like there's a lot of you guys that are following me just because you don't like me. And I understand that. I've been there. I was stuck in that vicious cycle last year, you know, of following people that I didn't like. I just don't do it anymore because it's not worth it. It stresses me out. You know, it makes me have a bad day, you know? And so I'd rather just watch other people who are trying to be positive and lifting each other up and inspiring each other. But I had to come on here and say something about everything because it was just like, y'all, people were ripping me to shreds. And all I ever did was talk about my sobriety, my recovery. You know, I never talked about anybody else, you know, and the people, yeah, I never talked about anybody else that was in that situation. I never said anything negative. All I said was it wouldn't be a good place for me to go. Hey, Jody, you're welcome, girl. Thank you. And I'm trying, like, I don't think people understand also, like, I really had a disordered way of eating. I didn't realize how bad it was until I started paying. I had to start weighing my food. I was trying to eat healthy, but I was eating portion sizes that were enough to feed 2 grown men, you know. And to me, I was eating healthy because I was making it at home, and I even learned that way that like just because you make it at the house doesn't mean that it's healthy, you know? She was looking to start shit with you. I have not been a fan of you, Nicole, but that shit was sideways. You said nothing. Yeah, and there's a lot of people who have commented and said the same things. Like they're like, we don't like you, but you didn't say anything wrong. And I'm like, hey, I can respect that. Like, I get it. Like, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm annoying. I'm a loudmouth. I just say things, you know, that come to my mind when I think of them. And sometimes, you know, I shouldn't do that. But that's why this is called Nicole's channel and not anybody else's channel, you know? Yes, education. It was healthy for your wallet. Exactly. And one of my longtime followers was like, I was watching you make fried pork chops, mashed potatoes and gravy, biscuits, green beans with butter and bacon. And you were like, look at this healthy meal, y'all. And she was like, I didn't have the heart to tell you that it was not healthy. And so, yeah. I'm learning. I know now that's why I try now, you guys, to stick to like meats and vegetables. Like I love biscuits. I love pasta. I love tortillas. You know, I've gotten some low carb tortillas. They're not the same though. They don't taste as good as the real kind or the homemade kind. But I do try to supplement those. What I've been doing lately, and that's what's been really helping me, is doing the lettuce wraps. Now I have become obsessed with wrapping everything in lettuce, and I'm talking like and where I got this idea from, I know you guys have probably eaten here before. You know Payway, how they have those lettuce wraps with like the meat inside of them. They're so good. We had gotten some Payway and I ordered lettuce wraps for myself, and it was so good. And then I was like, oh my gosh! So I ordered a head of romaine, and so instead of making my like wraps or my sandwich with the turkey and the cheese, I put it in the lettuce. And also, have you guys seen those viral videos on TikTok lately by that guy Logan? He makes the cucumber salads. I am going tomorrow to get some cucumbers, some Kewpie mayo, cucumbers, Kewpie mayo, red onions, imitation crab, everything but the bagel seasoning, sesame seeds. What's the red sauce that goes in there? I can't remember. Chili oil and something else. And you can make that's like a sushi cucumber salad without the rice. And you mix it all together. Just type in cucumbers on TikTok and it'll pull up all the recipes. I have like 6 or 7 different recipes that I have saved that I want to make that are just like out of cucumbers, and they sound sriracha. That's it, sriracha. So it would be cucumbers, sriracha, Kewpie mayo, the everything but the bagel seasoning, the red onions, and the imitation crab. Oh, my mouth is watering just saying it. And then you put it in a little cup Tupperware and shake it all up so it's all incorporated. Get yourself some of those seaweed sheets and then put it in there, wrap it up. Oh, my mouth is watering just thinking about it. That's a healthy cucumber salad. Let me tell you another one that I seen on there the other day that I'm like obsessively thinking about every day of the week now. This one was more like a soy sauce kind of flavored one. It had cucumbers, red onions, the everything but the bagel seasoning, peanut butter, rice wine vinegar, and soy sauce mixed together. And that's more like of a Asian style cucumber salad. But if you watch this guy, like I said, his name is Logan on TikTok. He's the one making all the cucumber salads. They just look so good. So this is what I'm trying to I've been incorporating this kind of eating more into my life. I didn't used to eat like that, So anyways, I just wanted to comment about that person's comments because they have been I have been getting so much encouragement just from this person's comments the last couple of days. And it just means so much to me. But tomorrow I'm having a guest speaker on. Her name is Melissa, and her daughter passed away from an overdose last year. Her daughter's name was Angel, and I've shared about her here on my channel before about Angel. And so her mom's going to join me tomorrow night to tell her story. So that'll happen tomorrow night. Then I'm also going on, I don't know if you guys saw JD, the guy I had on the other day. He has a podcast called MJ's Progress Not Perfection. I'm going to go on his channel and talk about my recovery, just like he came over on my channel and talked about his recovery. And so I'm supposed to record that with him tomorrow. I appreciate that. And this is how I've always been, Amanda. Like, I think, I think a lot of the reason why, I think that Lady T over there thinks that this is not really who I am in real life. And that's what she doesn't understand, is that, like, I'm just, like, yeah, you guys, I talk shit with my friends. Like, I talk shit with the best of them. Just like I talk shit with you guys. But that at the end of the day, like, I just really do want what's best for everybody. I didn't want anybody that went out there to get hurt, and the things that they have shared online that have happened. I guess what I was trying to say was that I was hoping that I could prevent those things from happening by saying what I said to my friend, telling her I didn't think it was a good idea for her to go there. And then, also protecting my own recovery. And so it was never like to punch down on anybody else or to say that I'm better than anybody else. It's actually to say that I couldn't feel, I would be so triggered and in such an uncomfortable situation. I have a lot of anxiety when I get around people in public for some reason. For many, many years in active addiction, I depended on like benzos and opiates to be like a buffer for me. So I felt really comfortable. Now when I talk in public or I do public speaking, I get really red. My neck and my face get really hot. And I didn't ever feel like that before I got sober, So I was never saying the things that I was saying about my recovery to punch down onto anybody else. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, to me, it was just like, kind of like self-explanatory. You know what I mean? Oh, Jody, that's awesome. I'm so proud of you, girl.
You're underwater.
I cannot. I'm not even going to respond to some of the stuff y'all are saying in the chat, because this is what happens, okay? I see what y'all are saying, just so you know. But, like, if I respond to it, people will take what I say out of context. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's done on purpose. So, I'm just saying that, like, I have to protect my own self. And, like, I love my friendships that I've made with people online, but at the end of the day, you guys, like, my main priority is my family. My main priority is my husband and my son. And I was talking to one of my girlfriends on the phone the other day, and she was like, really, in the grand scheme of things, like, let's think about this. Like, you have a child, you have a job, you have your husband, you have everything going for you in your life. And I just thank God that I am where I'm at, because it has taken me a lot of work to get here. I didn't get here overnight. I certainly didn't get here by making excuses for my behaviors, okay? I got here by getting help. I got here by asking for help and getting the help that I needed and taking the time to get that help. I have a plan, though. So, I've been on Suboxone for 9 years. I should talk about this probably in a separate video, but I'll just talk to you guys about it too. So I've been talking to this girl that works here in Arkansas, and she reached out because I haven't been able to find a provider here that would transition me on to Sublocade because I'm only on a little bit of Suboxone, like a really tiny amount. And I have all the doctors that I've met with have like wanted me to go up on my dose of Suboxone and then go over to Sublocade, right? Which I feel like is like counterproductive. because I don't know why I have to go back up. Anyways, my friend found a doctor that is willing to, she's like, I've never had anybody ask me about Sublocade, but this doctor said she is willing to order the Sublocade shot and transition me over to it on the dose of Suboxone that I'm on right now. It would take some tweaking because of the small amount of Suboxone that I'm on, like the dose amount, the shot. But do you guys understand that if I could get the shot, that how much that would change my life? Like, I wouldn't have to take Suboxone every day anymore. I wouldn't have to go to the doctor every month. It honestly gives me so much anxiety and makes me a little nervous at the same time, because I feel so safe on MAT, but she told me that they would be willing to do that for me, to help me, and I'm just like, started shaking and getting scared, because I'm like, what if it doesn't work? What if I get on it and it's not enough? I have like all these thoughts that I would not be able to be successful. Because MAT has been such a safety blanket for me for so long. I don't know why I'm crying. I guess it's just because I'm nervous about it. But so I have to make an appointment with that doctor next week to go meet her and talk about that. I'm so nervous about it. I am so nervous. But all of the people that I know that have utilized the Sublocade shot have, like, it has been so successful for them, and they have taken it and then stopped, and now they're completely free. Like, I don't even know how I would act if I didn't have to take anything, Oh, are you on the Sublocade shot, Jody? Yeah, I have friends that have taken it, and working at the clinic that I worked at, we have put many people on Sublocade, and there's this one girl, I've told you guys her story before. She was like a shining example. Like, she was on Suboxone for 6 months. She transitioned onto Sublocade, and now she's been off Sublocade for over a year. I think it's 2 years now, and she's becoming an RN, and so I'm just like, that's so amazing. I saw somebody make a post, though, on Facebook the other day, and it made me so mad, because a lot of people on Facebook or online think that Sublocade is like so available to everybody, and it's really not as available to everybody as Suboxone is. And also, it's so expensive if you don't have insurance. If you don't have insurance, it's like $1,200 for the shot, Yeah, so I have some stuff that I'm working on that I am trying to accomplish, and to be able to get the Sublocade shot would honestly push me to the next level. You know what I mean? Yeah, me too, Jody. I've heard so many successful stories. Daniel, I've tried to utilize medical marijuana in my recovery, and it makes me eat everything in sight. I ate a whole platter of lasagna. So me and marijuana, we don't mix. I turn into a 600-pound man on marijuana. I cannot do it. She is with us. Any advice on helping this woman get her kids back? I'm struggling to stay patient. Oh, Jess Barker, that's a lot. How to help her get her kids back. So I had to jump through hoops. I had to go to parenting classes. I had to take therapy. I had to show them that I had a stable house for my child to live in with a bedroom and a bed in it and toys. I had to have transportation to get back and forth to visit my son. Like, basically, they have to do everything that CPS tells them to do, unless they have a good lawyer, you know? But most of the time, it's just you jumping through hoops, doing what CPS tells you to do. I hate people who get off subs and all of a sudden they talk about how the doctors are scamming us by keeping us on, blah, blah, blah. I know, no cap. I saw that girl. I know who you're talking about. The one who made the video and was like, if your doctor has you on Suboxone, you need to run the other way. She's like skinny with brown hair. I don't even know who she is, but she doesn't tell you in a lot of the videos that the way she got off of subs was by taking kratom. And so, like, everybody, like, that's the one thing that I cannot stand is when people don't tell the whole story, or they jump off of subs cold turkey and then they say Suboxone is the worst withdrawal I've ever had, but they totally leave out the part that they were on 32 milligrams and jumped off cold turkey. What? Amanda, you have got to, like, stop looking at that stuff, girl. Somebody needs to take... Is there somebody local to Amanda that can go take her phone so she does not look at what they're posting online anymore? I will pay you to go and be Amanda's chaperone to keep her away from checking those social media pages. And let me just say this, you guys, like, and I know I can hear it and see it now. So many people are going to try and twist and put and mash together what I said, somehow twisting it to be against Mindy. And to that I say, keep freaking reaching. Keep reaching. Like I said before, if Mindy was upset with me about anything that I said online, don't you guys believe that she would be on here or drive down to my house? We only live a state. She lives right beside me. Okay, it's like less than a 4-hour drive. Don't you think if there was a problem that she would be on my front doorstep trying to beat my ass or some shit? And you know, I'd be sitting in my bedroom hiding because I'm not fighting nobody. I'm too damn old. I'm 42. This ain't no joke no more. You know, but like, people will try to twist the fact that I said my recovery has to come first so that everything that I love doesn't come last, so I don't lose it. And for me, going to a place like that street would not be conducive for my recovery. And I voiced that to my friend as well about her own situation. You know, and we have since had many conversations after the fact about how this all could have been avoided, okay? And so... And then a lot of you guys have voiced that you want me to, you know, publicly denounce that I'm friends with Mindy and to come on here and say all the... And to you I say, so... And these are people in recovery who are telling me this. Telling me that I should basically punch down onto her, okay? Because she's not doing what I think is the right thing to do. And these are people in recovery that are telling me this. So to you I say, aren't we supposed to meet people where they're at? Aren't we supposed to help people and encourage them to make better decisions and better choices with their life? You know what I mean? And so it's just hypocrite, 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 hypocrite. You know? Benny, I ain't pulling up nowhere, okay? Nothing is that serious to me anymore, unless it's about my son. So, like, I take that back. Like, if my son was having some kind of situation, I'd pull up. But that's the only reason. Anything online, let me can I tell you? I need to share something with you guys. And this totally results back to, like, what we're all going through as friends online. So, you know, my son Nathaniel, he loves to game. And he made a really close friend online through his gaming community. And they got into a fight the other day online, and the Nate and his friends kind of tag teamed the little boy talking shit to him, right? And then the little boy retaliated by reporting Nate's game on PS5, and Nate got permanently banned. And when we got home, he noticed he was permanently banned, and then he noticed that the friend and him had blocked him or whatever, and Nate got really emotional about it. He's like, I really like that friend. And that's where I sat down with him and I said, I know exactly what you're going through, because I've gone through it the same way with online friendships. And I tried to sit down and explain to him that online friendships are a little different than in real life friendships, because it's really easy for people online to just disconnect from you and push you down and report you and not talk to you anymore because they don't see you in real life. And so to them, it's not they don't value the friendship. But my son is a lot like me, where we really, really value any friendship that we have. And so his little feelings were hurt. Oh my gosh, it broke my heart seeing his feelings hurt.
Sad.
Yeah, Neil just got home from work.
I got home and y'all were telling me all of that, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. So,
but I asked him when I walked in just a second ago, I said, is everybody okay? And he said, yes, Dad.
Last night.
I know.
So they ended up patching up their little, quarrel, but
It still fucked up his shit.
it's so different. And this is something that we're all having to learn in the last, 10, 15 years, is that how social media has changed interactions with people, and people can say whatever they want to say with no fear of repercussions because they're behind the computer screen, and that's what I sat Nate down and I explained to him. And I also explained it to his friend. I said, you guys are good enough friends on here that when you get into an argument, you shouldn't attack each other's accounts and report each other to where Nate doesn't do that. But this little boy did it to him. And so I had Nate messaged him and said, hey, I thought we were good enough friends that we wouldn't try to take each other's accounts from each other before a disagreement, And they're 10 years old, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they don't get it. They don't know what's
but like,
happening.
that's why when I talk to you guys about like mass flagging people, I don't support that, because nobody should lose their channel or their hard work because of a disagreement online or because you didn't like what they said, and I honestly, it's been brought up to me. People have pointed it out to me that Tira's channel is on a suspension, and I know she thinks that's because of me, but it's not.
No.
I would never report her channel.
Nope.
I don't want her to lose her channel, and I tried to warn her
We're
about
from, like, the old school.
we're from the old school. That's what I'm saying.
Like, you don't fucking rat on people. Even though they're assholes, you don't rat on them.
Neil's coming into the conversation, y'all. And so
I mean, it just doesn't make sense. It's like, it makes you look like not only a fucking pussy,
yeah.
I mean, it really does.
It's like if you can't.
No offense to people out there that
I've been on social
have
media
the
long
vagina
enough
complex.
to be able to handle a little constructive criticism and to handle people making tons of videos. I mean, there's so many videos that people have made that are negative about me and that paint me in a bad light and highlight me when I'm overweight and double chin and all the things, trying to make me look bad and stuff. And a lot of the videos are my own videos that I post to myself. So, which I think is always funny because it's like, I posted that video myself. There's another light. Sorry if it's dark. But, like, I would never go in and mass flag somebody's account because they made a video critiquing what I said. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason for me to do that. I have nothing against her. She just doesn't like me. She has never liked me. She's always been very critical of me. For over a year now, she's been critical of me. And I don't know why. I've seen her kind of like respond to other people's accounts and say things like that she thinks that I'm stuck up or something like that. I don't know. But it's not anything like there's no validity behind um, the accusations, because she's never really talked to me or given me a chance or reached out to me or tried to resolve any kind of differences that she might have with me. And I remember quite clearly I was huffing it, walking outside trying to lose weight at one of my most vulnerable times, over 250 pounds. And I quite literally remember her coming into my stream and calling me a fat ass, basically, and laughing at me, saying, "Oh my gosh, you're huffing and puffing." And I was just like taken aback, because I was like, wow, like, first of all, how dare you? Because last time I checked, you weren't the shining example of physical health either, girl. You know what I mean? But like, who am I? Hey, Slow-Mo, what's up, man? Yes, oh my gosh, MT, me and Neil were so upset yesterday because, so Nate, he's such a caring kid like I am. Okay, he's such a caring kid like I am. He got emotional and he was like, "You don't understand, Mom. I really liked playing with that kid." They've been playing for like over a year online. And for those of you guys that don't know, one of his other friends that he played with for over 2 years actually came this summer to visit us and broke his wrist while he was here. Oh my God, did I tell y'all that's what happened? So one of Nate's besties from online came all the way here to Arkansas to visit us. And we went down to the creek and I was supervising them. They were having such a good time. And they went down and they walked a little bit farther down, and his buddy slipped on some rocks and broke his wrist. And I had to call his dad, like 911 style. And I'm like, "Man, your son, I think, broke his wrist." And because his dad went to the hotel to relax because they were leaving out the next day to go back to the state they're from. And I just felt so horrible, because I was like, go figure, the one time he comes to visit somebody that he's friends with online. Have y'all ever had that happen to you? Like, I've never had like a person from out of state that I made friends with online actually come to the state I live in and meet me. But this, of course, I chaperone and supervise the whole thing. But these people were so cool. Like, the dad was in recovery too. And I was because he didn't know that about me. And I told him, I'm in recovery from da-da-da-da-da. And he was like, "No way, so am I." And I was like, "What?" And so me and his dad ended up having so much in common. They were just really nice people. But his little boy ended up breaking or spraining his wrist. It was pretty bad. He got hurt. I know he was hurt. But I ran down, I jumped in the creek, I picked him up, and I pulled him out of the creek. I had to pull him up a cliff, okay? Oh, it was such a drama, but they were sweet, sweet people. Yeah, they're boys. But anyways, yeah, so I just kind of wanted to come on here and point out, like, so many people were giving me hell for talking about protecting my own recovery. And then it comes to find out that, the people that were upset with me, the one person that was upset with me has come online and confirmed that is what happened, And so it's just like, why did people give me such hell for talking about my own recovery and protecting myself? When you actually ended up doing that. God dang it. You know what I mean? And so, anyways, like I said, I genuinely hate to see somebody in a bad position. And I know a lot of you guys, like, there's some people who, like, are in an anti-community against Tira. That's not me. I don't know anything about the pig pen. I don't even know what that is. Okay? All I know is that I hate to see anybody in a situation that she's in right now. And that's just like being so for real. I wouldn't want, she's a woman on the streets of Chicago homeless. That's not safe. What if she falls asleep and somebody comes up behind her and tries to steal her? I don't know. I wouldn't want that to happen to anybody. Not even JK. And y'all know I can't stand that girl. So it's just like, It's just, I'm still so confused how all of this stuff that has been happening has somehow, like, it's like my fault, you know? It's so confusing to me. Well, Benny, I'm so, like, all I have to say is that I will never go on there ever again. The biggest mistake of my life was becoming a part of that community last year, and I will admit it over and over and over again and take full responsibility for it over and over and over again. Like, I should not have become a part of that community. It is unhinged. It is dangerous. It is wrong. You guys, it is wrong to go into people's real lives. It is wrong to contact people's employers. It is wrong to try and hurt and harm people and try to get them to lose their jobs and try to get their kids taken away from them. It is wrong. It is wrong. And that's a lot of the things that are perpetuated in those communities online. And I do not support that. Do not support that. I never have. I never have. You know, it's one thing to, like, you know, not like somebody and have an opinion about what they're doing. But, I also noticed that there's one person who has repeatedly gone online trying to tell people that I am high and drunk in my live streams. Whatever. Okay. Okay. Sure. I'm high and drunk in my live streams. Okay, guys. And that I'm buying Adderall for Mindy. Has to be that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, you guys. Like, come on. You gotta do a little better than that. Like, come on now. The things that I see, like, the rumors that I see people try to perpetuate about me, 100% Pixie. They're literally doing it right now, and it's fine. Like I said, I just don't care. I just don't care. Like, come on. It's sad. Yeah, like, I guess there's people that actually, like, they really do wish ill. This is what I figure, okay? Like, wishing ill on people, like, I like that color. And supposedly because I have this little filter, it's not even a filter, it's a light thing. Because I have this light on me, I'm hiding that I'm high in this live right now, you guys. I'm so high right now. 100%. And the thing about it is, like, and I've always kind of talked about this online, you know, when I am high, I really struggle with psychosis, and I really struggle with, like, not because I go days without sleep. So that's why I don't use drugs. That's why I don't put myself in compromising situations. That's why I've stayed sober for the last 9 years. Because I know that if I use substances and I don't sleep, then I start losing my damn mind. I cannot handle it. My body, you know, when I was younger, I could bounce back and I could handle it. But now that I'm getting older, it just doesn't work for me. It's not beneficial. And also, you know, like, my little boy is very, very important to me. He is my everything. And I pride myself on the fact that I got sober for him, that I changed my life so that way I could have custody of my son back. And so I would never do anything to threaten that. You know, he is so important to me, you guys. He's like literally the reason why I'm here today. I would not even be here if it wasn't for my son. So, anyways, I just thought I'd come on here and just say, like, my, how things have panned out, you know, like, and again, like, I don't condone reporting people's channels. I don't condone stalking people. I don't condone going into people's real lives. Like I said, I do not wish ill will on any of these people. I do not wish ill will on Tira at all. I have a lot of empathy for her, and I'm probably one of the only people that I'm noticing that still does. A lot of people tell me that I shouldn't, and I see somebody who is just hurting and just needs help, just needs a step up. Maybe one day she will see and be able to make a change and not put herself in these positions over and over and over again. You know, but until then, all we can do is be kind. And like I said, no judgment. Like I said, I would not wish what she's going through on anybody. Okay? Being on the streets is no way to be. It's not fun. It's not comfortable. It's not cutesy. It's not demure. It's not demure, y'all. Have y'all seen that trend on TikTok? So do y'all know what I'm talking about? Demure? If you do, put a 1 in the chat so I know y'all know. Y'all don't? Oh my God, it's a TikTok thing. Okay, so I'll tell you really fast. So there's this creator on TikTok named Jules LeBron. She is a trans woman who is a beauty influencer, and yes, Megan, very mindful, very demure, very cutesy, very demurtsy, and she started this trend where she talks about, do you see how I do my makeup for work? I don't do a green cut crease like you girls. I don't go to work looking like a clown. I'm very mindful, very cutesy, very demure. She has went so viral, you guys, that she has a deal with Netflix, Patrick Star Beauty, what's it called, One Size Beauty, Verizon Wireless. Like, y'all, I'm so dead serious. That's how big this trend blew up on TikTok. Made her famous, basically. Famous people were using the demure. Madonna used it. Who else? God dang it. Jennifer Lopez used it. So many celebrities have used the demure. The President of the United States used it. Okay? The demure thing. And so that's what it is. You know, and I didn't watch the live stream that she had posted about me. But I did hear a little bit about it, and basically the gist I got from it was that she was mad because she was mad on Mindy's behalf, which is I'm boggled. I'm a little mind boggled. She was mad on Mindy's behalf that I said I wouldn't be able to stay sober on Bud Street. It wasn't even like a big deal. Like, she made it so much more of a big deal and brought so much more attention to it than what it really even was. It wasn't even a big deal. You know? I know, when I saw Joe Biden, Jennifer Lopez, who else? Jules is so cool. So, a fun fact about Jules, she reached out to me like 3 or 4 weeks ago because I always comment on her content, and she was like thanking me for, you know, because she has somebody that she loves that struggles with addiction, and was just telling me that she was like thankful for the content that I make on TikTok. Super sweet girl, so nice. And all I have to say is, like, TikTok finally got it right and gave somebody the attention and the fame that actually deserved it, because she is so grateful, and it's so beautiful to see. Yeah, oddly took it personal. And it was like, honestly, I didn't even know at that time. I don't even think I knew that she was there yet. And so I think it was after the fact that I actually knew that she had went there, or that she was there. But yeah, like, it had nothing to do with her, everything to do with me, you know? Yeah, but what's the thing about it is I had, see, that's where everybody is missing. That I did talk to Mindy. I literally say in the clip before the clip that they clipped, I just got off the phone with Mindy. And so that's what I'm talking about, y'all. They will only clip the parts that fit the narrative that they're trying to push. And unfortunately for me, I had deleted the live. So a lot of you guys couldn't go back and watch it and see that I had talked about that right before that. And so that's why I'm not deleting the lives no more, because if you really believe that, come and actually watch the whole video. You know what I mean? Congratulations on your Coralie's having a baby boy, y'all. You're gonna have a boy. You're gonna have a boy. Hashtag boy mom. It's the best way to be. Oh, nothing bad happened. I'm just over here talking. Honestly, like, and you guys, there's nothing bad that can happen from any of this. Like, I'm just sharing, oh, the chaos of it all, that people have tried to, like, make things more than what they really are. It's just, like I said, it's exhausting to see the work that people are putting in to try and make it what it's, something more than what it is. I know. When I saw your Coralie, when I saw your Instagram post, I was so excited for you. Everyone told me I was having girls so much. It was such a shock. Same. Did you? Okay, so let me tell y'all about my birth story real fast, and then I will let y'all go. So the same thing happened to me and Neil. So when we got pregnant, my mom was so adamant that I was having a boy, a girl, that she went out and bought girl clothes, my mom was like on girl on the brain. And then when me and Neil went to go have the ultrasound and found out we were having a boy, I cried because I
had pink everything.
I had picked out the name Nadia Marie. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Nadia Marie Ploudre. Because I'm Nicole Marie and that's Neil. So I've always known that I wanted us to be the ends, except for a short period of time we were going to name Nate Liam. And then I went to my dad, who is a New Yorker through and through, born and raised, and I was like, hey Dad, what do you think about the name Liam? And he was like, what the fuck kind of name was that? And then I told my grandma that lives in New York that I was going to name my baby Liam. And she was like, Liam, trying to sound it out. So I was like, fuck it. Never mind. And then I came up with the name Nathaniel Alexander. And then my granny was like, oh, we could call him Nat. And I was like, no, we're going to call him Nate. Nasty Nate. Nate the Great is what we ended up calling Nate the Great. But see, like right now, do you guys see how we're like, oh, really? James Alexander? That's great. I love that name. Alexander is such a good middle name. But do you see how we're like having a good time right now? And I'm laughing, and I must be under the influence right now because we're having a good time. That's what these people in this toxic community of people who hate me and hate Mindy, they want to believe that because I'm happy that I'm high. And I'm just like, you know, my job that I worked for the last 5 years is not going to be open anymore in a couple months. And I got really scared, and I was like really depressed for like the first half of this month because I didn't know like what was going to happen or where I was going to work and stuff like that. And anyways, I ended up just finding more work doing the same thing anyway. But I was really like scared and depressed and worried because I have worked at this job for 5 years, you know, doing digital marketing. And so I got really worried. And so I don't know where I was going, why I was telling you guys that. Oh, I guess to tell you this, that, you know, I was catastrophizing the situation. I was thinking that there was no way I was good enough to find another job with another company doing the same thing, that I didn't know what I was doing. And do you know that people have reached out to me and they're like, want me to do what I do for them, for the company, for them, because they have seen how hard I've worked. And so, and I went through that change and I was scared, and I wanted to come online and share with you guys about it. But then I knew that if I did, I would just be attacked and ridiculed for being nervous, I guess. And so I've kept a lot of stuff to myself that y'all don't even know are happening. But when I can finally tell you guys, I cannot wait, because y'all are going to be so proud of me, because I'm so proud of myself. Yeah, exactly, MT. Exactly. And I'm really sorry about you and your boyfriend. Like, it just makes me sad. I hope that y'all, if you guys can work it out, I hope y'all will. Do y'all see all these new little hairs that are growing around my hairline? You guys, my hair was falling out by the chunks, and I'm finally getting it back around my hairline. Like, I was seriously contemplating I was gonna need to get hair plugs for men or something, because I was losing. Well, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but can you guys see this right here? Like, this is all new hair. Like, what? So I'm so used to having like really thick hair around my hairline. That thinning area has like really bothered me. Oh, it makes me so scared. I'm like, my hair is a safety blanket. But anyways, I have literally sat here and blabbed for so long about all kinds of different things. I've just loved being able to come on here and talk to you guys, because I haven't got to talk to you guys, and I want to come on here, and I feel like I just can't. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, I just feel like I can't come on here and share as openly as I used to share, because of people who are just trying to hurt me so bad. And I just have to be so careful and protect myself. And so I wish I could share with you guys like so much stuff that has been going on in my life, and tell you all the good things that are happening for me, because there's good things happening for me, but I have to be careful and protect myself and my privacy, because there's people who would love to take those opportunities from me, and that makes me sad. I would never do that to somebody else. Never. So, anyways, I really appreciate you guys for supporting me. I feel a lot better that I got to come on and just share my feelings with you guys, and share how I feel about, the things that have been going on lately. And I hope you guys can see that the reason why I said the things that I said about protecting my own recovery, I hope you see now it was for a good reason. And the very things that I was afraid would happen to me happened to those people. And so it was never to hurt anyone else. It was only to talk about protecting myself, and also for people who watch me, who look up to me in recovery, to help you understand that you have to protect your own recovery, and that you can't be going and putting yourself in compromising situations and expect to walk out of the other side without being clean, unscathed. Because when you lay down, you get fleas. Y'all already know. When you go to the trap, what's going to happen? And so you have to protect your recovery. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see y'all later.